You know, sometimes the shortest sentences pack the biggest punch. So what if the shortest sentence in the entire Bible is also one of the most misunderstood? We're about to dive into a tiny, two-word verse that holds a massive truth about our world and our place in it.
Just 2 words, Jesus wept. On the surface, it seems pretty straightforward, right? It's a moment of grief. But as we're about to see, these 2 words contain a sorrow that stretches across all of human history and speaks directly to a brokenness we all feel.
To really get to the bottom of this verse, we have to start where the story does, with the most human, most relatable reason for these tears, the raw, undeniable pain of grief and loss.
Okay, so let's set the scene. Imagine Jesus walking into this village. There's no big parade, no celebration. Instead, all he hears is weeping. The people he's closest to, his dear friends, are just shattered by grief.
And on one level, this is something we can all understand. He sees his friends hurting, and because he loves them, he hurts with them. He's right there in their pain. It's pure, simple empathy. The people watching saw this and thought, wow, look how much he loved his friend. And they weren't wrong. But they were only seeing the tip of the iceberg. There was something so much bigger going on just beneath the surface.
Yeah, because the original text uses words that are way stronger than just sad. We're talking perturbed, deeply troubled. This isn't just a quiet tear rolling down his cheek. It's more like a deep groan, a shudder coming from his very soul. This was less about sadness and more about a kind of divine outrage.
And that powerful reaction, that's our clue. It points us to the real reason for his tears, a reason that isn't just about one man's death, but gets to the very core of the human condition, a little something called original sin.
So think about that. He wasn't just crying for his friend Lazarus. In that moment, he was crying for all of us, for the brokenness, the dysfunction, the pain that death represents in our world.
Okay, so what in the world is original sin? I know, it's a heavy theological term, but really it's just describing a very real condition, this state of brokenness we're all born into. It's like we've been disconnected from how we were originally designed to be, and that has some serious consequences.
And you can see just how deep that brokenness goes. It wasn't just one mistake. It was a chain reaction. First, that close friendship with God, gone. Then, chaos inside ourselves. Our bodies and souls start fighting each other. And that inner conflict leads to all the disorder, all the suffering, and ultimately, to physical death itself.
So try to imagine this. As Jesus is standing there, looking at his dead friend, he's seeing so much more. It's like he's seeing a highlight reel of all human suffering, past, present, and future. Every war, every act of greed, every tear ever cried, it all just hits him at once, and it's absolutely crushing.
But here's the thing. His grief, as intense as it is, isn't the final word. Not even close. In fact, right in the middle of all this sorrow comes this incredible answer, this powerful promise. And boom, this is the pivot point of the whole story. Staring death right in the face, the very thing that caused him so much anguish, Jesus makes this unbelievable declaration. He's not just mourning death, he's telling everyone, I'm in charge here. I have power over this.
And that promise changes everything. It means we're no longer just defined by that brokenness. Suddenly there's a choice on the table. We're presented with 2 completely different ways to live our lives, 2 paths to walk. And this chart here, it lays that choice out perfectly. On one side, you have life in the flesh, basically being run by our broken instincts, which just leads to more chaos and death. But on the other side, you have life in the spirit. That's being empowered by God, living by truth and love, which leads to a whole new kind of life. It's the old, broken way versus a completely new reality.
So, okay, what does this all mean for you and me right now? Well, the cool thing is, this isn't just about some far-off hope for the future. It's about becoming something totally new starting today.
Yeah, this whole new creation thing, it's not just a nice little metaphor. The source material presents it as a complete rewiring of who we are. It's so real that St. Paul could actually say, it's not me living anymore, it's Christ living in me. I mean, think about how radical that is.
But, and this is a big but, it's not like you flip a switch and you're perfect. This new life is a process, a journey. It means we have to actually participate, choosing love, choosing compassion day in and day out. And maybe most importantly, when we mess up, and we will, the path isn't over. It's about getting back up, seeking reconciliation, and trying again.
And that kind of adds a whole new dimension to why Jesus wept, doesn't it? Maybe he wasn't just crying for a world broken by sin and death. Maybe he was also crying because he knew he was offering us the power to overcome it, and that we so often forget to use it. The solution is right there, but we have to actively choose it.
So, when you really get down to it, those tears aren't about hopelessness or defeat. Not at all. They're tears that look the world's tragedy square in the eye, while at the same time pointing forward to a resurrection that promises to fix everything. They're a sign that no matter how deep our sorrow is, there's a hope that is even deeper.